Hello, dear co-creative Destiny Weavers. Here's Erica Macy with another wise story or fairy tale. Normally I read it on a Friday, but yesterday my son returned from holidays and I spent all the time looking at his pictures where he fulfills his dream of visiting Lego house in Denmark, and I always learn so many new things from his passion, like yesterday about how the founder of Legoland was actually a man who suffered very difficult destiny. He like after the Second World War, it was in the 50s, he lost his job, and then he lost his wife, but he always continued to dream, and that's how he started with Wyrding toys first, just to sustain his family, because he had 4 sons, and that was very difficult at the beginning to get it going, and he experienced many other hardships of the fabric being burned down, but he always continued this dream of supporting his family and his sons, and that's how he maintained his dream until it came to fruition in the 60s, together with one of his sons who really supported him. Yeah, so very interesting to learn this background story. So that's why I'm going to read a wise story today instead of Friday. And Saturday is all about sharing the seeds, sharing wisdom. So I think this is as fitting as always. And also 2 days ago, I posted a picture of a woman who's already like elderly but very beautiful, with a core message that the more riper we get, the more beautiful we get. And I had to think about this story, which is translated The Mirror of Magic by Roland Kübler. As usual, from one of these beautiful books from Lucy Körner Verlag, translated How Many Colors Has Your Longing? So the mirror of magic, and how to stay beautiful all our lives. So long time ago, when this story happened, the earth was moving slowly, and the different continents have not been separated and all together. And the animals and the people were not behind any borders. And during those times, long time ago, a girl called Enya was living in a little hut all by herself. And like so many days, Enya was walking to the water, through the very calm forest, really enjoying the nature all around her. And she was throwing like the stones in the water and looking at the ripples, and really just enjoyed herself, full of wonder and beauty all around her. But all of a sudden, she heard a loud noise of someone like shouting and screaming for help. And when she went there closer to look at the noise, she discovered an elderly woman calling for help. to let her out from the net where she caught herself. And Enea, of course, helped the woman out of the net. And this elderly woman was saying like, you know what? I'm a magician. I'm, a magica. And I can fulfill all your dreams because you helped me out of this net. But Enea, she was full of disbelief, and she was thinking, I don't believe in magic. How are you gonna help me with my wishes? And this elderly woman, where it was very difficult to estimate how old she was saying, just try me, just wish anything, and I will show you that I'm a magica. And Enya was thinking, and was saying, okay, so I'm wishing some strawberry ice cream and some flower tea. And straight away, it just appeared. And thus Enya was very convinced. And she started to think all crazy ideas about what she's wishing now. And she started to talk really quickly. She said, first of all, I want to be rich, and I want to live in a big castle, and I want to have a husband who only loves me and who is going to fulfill all my wishes. And so the elderly woman said, okay, your wishes have been granted. And she touched her nose and put her face like in a little wrinkles, and there it was. The big castle was just in front of Enya, and she left the woman and saying bye bye, thank you. And the elderly woman was just able to say like, okay, I will wait for you here in 1 year, exactly at the waters here where we met and where you saved my life. I will wait for you. And Ea was already running ahead. And as it happened, everybody was greeting her like a queen. Was saying, oh, here she's coming, our beautiful queen. And she had many servants and the most loving husbands, and every wish has been fulfilled. She was receiving every day strawberry ice cream, and every tea and every beverage she was wishing for. And that's how day after day time has passed by. And you would have thought that Ea would be very, very happy. But with every single day as time passed by throughout this whole year, she became more miserable without even knowing why. She started to become angry against her husband, who only done good things for her. And she was still angry and dissatisfied without really knowing why. And with every single day, she became more and more unhappy, until she remembered after 1 year that this old magica asked her to come and meet her, the same place where she saved her life. And so Enea returned to meet the woman. And the old magica was sitting there waiting for her. And she looked at Enea and was saying like, and she had seen her face, which was so unhappy. And she asked her, what's the matter, Enea? Why are you looking so unhappy? Have my wishes have not been granted? Did I miss anything? And Enya was saying, no, no, everything what I wished for, you fulfilled it. But I really don't know what is missing in my life. For some reason, I'm really, really unhappy. And the elderly woman said, look in this mirror. It's a special mirror. And Enya looked in the mirror and she was shocked because she has seen herself as a young girl, but being really unhappy and never smiling. And she asked her, what's that? I'm older than this girl in this mirror, but I still look so unhappy, like now I am, but I have not been as a girl. And the elderly magica woman was saying, this is a mirror of magic, and it shows you your state of being in the now. Not in the past, not in the future, but in the now. So here it shows you as a very unhappy, like a young girl who has never grown up to fulfill her dreams. I will give you this mirror. Just if you like, you can take it with yourself and it will always reflect you if you're on the right path or not. And may you find happiness with this mirror. And Anya was saying, yeah, I would love to have this mirror. Can I have it? And the elderly magica was saying, yes, I can give it to you, but you have then to give up all your wealth and your husband and your castle, everything. And for that I will give you this mirror of magic. And you can go on your own path and finding what really makes you happy. And Anya agreed. And within an instant, everything disappeared. All the castle, everything. And thus Enya, just with her mirror of magic and just few clothes, started to go on a path. And on her path of life, she met many friends. She has experienced a lot of adventure. She also had people who didn't like her. She experienced all sort of things. And she didn't become rich. But the more she looked in the magic of the mirror, she has seen herself as a beautiful woman and very, very happy, even though she didn't have that much. And so many, many years have passed until one day she met this elderly magica again. And they like hugged each other and were very, very happy to see each other. And the elderly magica said like, wow, Anya, you look so happy. Just so happy like when I met you at the day when you saved my life. What happened? And Enya said, well, this mirror of magic always helped me every day to look at myself and to discover whether I'm on the right path or not. And now I can see a happy child, a woman, a wise swan, a queen. I can see everything in the mirror, and I'm so happy with it. Thank you. Thank you for this mirror. Yeah. And Enya was realized that she became an elder herself, but beautiful and full of all life's experiences, and just simply happy. Even though she only looked at her own face in the mirror. So, I hope you enjoyed this wise story. If you want to comment anything, you can do so in the comments underneath the video. Always happy to hear how it lands for you, and if a conversation comes up through those wise stories, because this is for me like the metaphor of holding the thread together. Yeah, the thread of passing on the wisdom, or encourage us to, to take different decisions, take different steps in life. Yeah, it's so much easier and to do it in co-creation of walking each other back home to ourselves. Have a wonderful evening. Many blessings. Lakadaru.